filled to the brim with championship contention matches, topped off with our number one contenders match for the Women's World Championship to end out the show. Strap on in, as we've got an absolute brawl of battles to come straight into your faces. Let's get into the first right now. Well, we're kicking off this episode of Breakdown in the backstage area. This 8-woman backstage brawl to decide the number one contender for the television championship, who will be getting the shot at Crush. In this match, we have Tegan Knox, Maxine Dupree, Nikki Cross. We have JC Jane, Maurice, Alba Fire, Ren Sinclair, and Chelsea Green. A stacked lineup of talent, all vying for a shot at Roxanne Perez. And we are kicking off the action up here on the rafters. 8 of the best, and well, Maurice is almost being tossed off of the side into a very dangerous situation down below. JC close to the edge, thrown in by Ren Sinclair, who's making her IPW debut here. And Ren, no Quarter Catch Crew member, solid wrestler overall. There's a lot of talent in this matchup. Nikki Cross, I believe, also making her debut, or certainly this look's debut. This new feel that she possesses a part of the White Six. But we look at the talent in this matchup, there's not really any favorites here overall. All fairly even. Coming into this matchup, I would say similar levels of success in this division. Some just wanting a chance. And this is the same thing that we saw on Primetime with the Battle Royales. The 8-woman Battle Royales that was on them shows, filled with talent that's deserving of a shot, or potentially deserving of a shot, as we've seen 2 of these women exit stage right down the elevator. Tegan Knox appears to be joining them. The action we're going to focus on is clearly up top here. Nikki Cross, Ren Sinclair, Maurice, Chelsea Green up there. We're actually now going to pan a little bit down to get a wider view. Maurice planting Chelsea with that DDT. Submission, no gut wrench reverse there. Alba Fire, but we've obviously seen Isla Dawn, Alba Fire's tag partner, seeing a lot of success here in IPW, getting more shots, I would say, than Alba. But tonight, this matchup, favorable to no one. It is a clusterfunk here in the arena, and we're just going to focus on Alba Fire. Why not? She is now no longer the focus. And the battle spreading out. We're going downstairs thanks to this elevator. Ren being dragged by Maurice now. I'm finding out that grasp. What a debut it would be for Ren Sinclair to win this match. Get a shot at Crush. Gory special from Alba Fire. Nice suplex there from Tegan Knox as well. Jane, obviously a member of Fatal Influence. You think, what if Fatal Influence controlled all of the women's division belts? That would certainly be an interesting situation to be in. As it appears JC and Nikki going across to fight on the new laddered area. This platform, not the best. Unprotected, you could be launched from there. This battle spilling into this makeshift ring. That's a fireball from Alba Fire. burning the lashes of Ren Sinclair. Keep your eyes on JC. Has Chelsea Green. Delivers a body slam. I thought maybe she was going to yeet her off the side of the office. It's backstage office area. We're still focused in on Alba Fire, which is a surprise as this makeshift ring now being utilized. JC Jane gonna be launched off the side of it. The action all over the place for this one. All the women still competing as Alba Gory special locked in. Such a beautiful move. Can obviously turn that into the Gory bomb. Maddie Rinkowski locking in a cross face off to the right hand side. It is elimination, I believe, this matchup. You do not want to be the well, first eliminated, certainly in this situation. And these women vying for the shot. Cross evading Alba Fire's offense. Knox knocked down. Maurice on the outside. Power bomb down by JC Jane. Maxine Dupree laid out. Crossface applied yet again. Maddie Rankowski looking and has eliminated Tegan Knox. The first elimination goes to the no quarter catch crew. Ren Sinclair. And pretty hurt to Maurice. A lot of these women. Oh, pump kick. And Maddie Rankowski, whatever you want to call her, Ren Sinclair, goes crashing off the side. Alba Fire, Gory, special locked in. Maxine Dupree gets launched off the casing and the pallets. And now only two women standing in this ring. Chelsea Green, Alba Fire. Ren Sinclair targeting Maurice. Chelsea and Alba fighting each other. Nikki Cross getting involved. Maxine Dupree is watching on. But she's now going to tussle up with Maurice. Ren Sinclair and JC Jane now battling over the carcass of Tegan Knox, the first woman eliminated. And we again focus in on Alba Fire. Now Maurice. Candlestick was almost utilized there by Fire. But instead, unable to utilize it. Fire uncorking shots knocks Maurice down. With Maxine Dupree now getting involved. JC Jane walking over. Opts to walk away at this situation. Realizing maybe there's not an opportunity there to brawl. But over here, Fire and Dupree moving towards the vehicles. Maxine Dupree we've not really seen too much of. Electric chair drop position into the suplex. Oh my word. Maxine Dupree just delivering perfect offense. Fire caught in a corner. Why is the camera focused in on her? Like, surely I wish I could switch it. But instead, I am stuck watching Alba Fire. Hey, regardless of the fact, Nikki Cross gonna get involved. And the camera pans over to the rest of these women brawling. Why do I have it focused on her? Please just switch it over to a wide stance. There we go. We focus back in the ring. It's not a ring, but it'll do as one. There's a shovel in the ring now. Rankowski, Ren Sinclair, busted with it. Dupree has a hooked up, swinging neck breaker. Maurice has been busted open by Jane, who's taken off the apron. Chelsea and Ren Sinclair battling. Alba Fire, Nikki Cross. Dupree getting launched off by Maurice. And JC Jane now trying to go toe-to-toe with Alba Fire, who's setting her up here into the powerbomb position. Oh my word! Crashing down to the stone concrete floor goes Jane. High heights to low lows. Bodies being bruised, battered and destroyed. A Michinoku driver from Nikki Cross, because Ren Sinclair's got another crossface locked in. This time onto Maxine Dupree. Ren now targeting JC Jane. Rolling elbow connects. Now focuses onto Alba Fire. Has her up. Shoulder breaker. Ren just a demolition crew to everyone in this match right now. Back to focusing JC Jane, who's tossing her. Oh my word! Off the side of the cases. That neck breaker yeeting her. Chelsea Green just power bombing her opponent off these cases as well. What an opener for tonight's episode of Breakdown. These women certainly wanting a shot at the gold. And oh boy, they certainly deserve it with this offense. Alba has Nikki Cross hooked up. Gory positioning. Going for the gory special. Locked in. Did not secure the win. The elimination. Nowhere near. Tegan Knox, the only woman out of this bout. As of yet. What's it gonna take to secure an elimination at this stage of the match? Fisherman's Buster. Oh my word, Ren Sinclair has 2 eliminations. And she's looking for another. Alba Fire locked up, crossface applied. It's not going to be an elimination, I feel, but it's damage. It is effective offense. And Ren Sinclair in her debut is putting on a show. Chelsea Green, though, launching her off the side. Battling. Slapping the taste out of her lips and mouth. Oh, my word. Kendo sticks being launched now. JC Jane, though, caught. Maurice, the DDT. Planting center of this area. And now a shovel being brought in to bury the talent. And Chelsea Green clobbered with it. Inverted facebuster from Alba Fire. Rolling elbow from JC Jane. Everyone looking for that one move, that one attack to eliminate the women in this match. We're down to 6, still standing. That's a gory bomb!
Maurice has been eliminated.
And Maurice is gone. We're down to 5. Rough Rider eliminating Nikki Cross. Chelsea Green gets on the board with an elim. And that usually spells the start of an unpretty her. But I think Alba Fire's thinking gory bomb time. Has her up. Locked into the position. It's a gory special. Never mind. Eyes on JC Jane, who just yeets Ren Sinclair off the side. We're down to 4. Chelsea Green, JC Jane, Alba Fire, and Ren Sinclair, who's getting a body yeeted on top of her. One of these women will face Roxanne Perez at crush, crush, crush. Cross face applied. Alba Fire in trouble. The danger of that maneuver as a rolling strike from Jane busts open Chelsea Green. A brutal opener for tonight's show. I think it's going to get a little bit worse as Jane uncorks another rolling attack. Green tries to go flying but falls short. But Alba's flight hits and connects with ease. The only member standing, it's her royal guard, whatever you call her. Her secret Hervis is caught by Ren Sinclair. Double underhook dragon suplex. And now, where's Ren taking Alba? There's a table there, but I don't think that's the end goal. Launched into the side. Jane's are gone. We're down to 3. Alba Fire, Ren Sinclair, and Chelsea Green. We don't get to see the elimination of JC Jane, but we are going to see potentially an elimination of Alba Fire. Jane eliminated by Green, clearly in the situation. We don't see the carcass, but that's an unpretty her.
A competitor has been eliminated.
And Ren's gone. It's down to the final 2. Gory bomb to Chelsea Green. Make it a second. Hooked up. Alba Fire has Green in position. Gory Special not going to secure victory just yet. It's a secret Hervis versus the US champ. Who will win this battle, this brawl in the backstage? Chelsea and Alba Fire, the final 2, and we're getting a chair in the mix. Crashing down on the knee. Chelsea looking for victory against her friend. The punch connects, locks her up. It's time for the unpretty her. Alba in trouble. Another punch, another lockup, another unpretty her. And Chelsea Green wins the match. We have a new #1 contender in the television division. And it's Chelsea Green. A great way to open the show. A lot of eliminations. Ren Sinclair. A pop-off debut. I didn't actually see Alba Fire tapping out, but it doesn't really matter. The end result. An unprettier ×2. Make it a third as she eliminated Ren Sinclair with one. Alba Fire. I thought this was it with the gory bomb. But she fell short. 2 unprettiers eliminated. The Scot. And we have Chelsea versus Roxanne at Crush 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 this Saturday. An epic battle, but not the end of the wars tonight. Let's move into our second bout of the evening. Well, why have we not got entrances? What? I want entrances! Give me entrances! I need my storytelling time. Well, after an epic opener, we move to our second half of the tag team battle.
The following contest is a fatal four-way match. Making his way to the ring, representing the Usos from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, Jay Uso!
Last week on Breakdown, we saw a fatal four-way between the partners of the men competing tonight. It's gonna be Jey Uso, Mark Coffey, Tonga Loa, and the final man of this match, Devon Dudley, facing off against one another for a shot against Gallus at the pay-per-view.
And his opponents, first from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 230 pounds, Tonga Loa.
Last week we saw Joe Coffey picking up a dominant victory in his fatal four-way, cementing Gallus's place on top of the division. But if Mark falls short here tonight, the winner of this match, his team gets a shot at the pay-per-view. Lose, and who knows who will be facing Joe and Mark Coffey at Crush Crush Crush. It's certainly an interesting circumstance to be in. But the Dudleys, they've been atop the mountain before here in IPW. Devon looking to cement a second title reign, be the first ever two-time champ.
Representing the Dudley Boys from Dudleyville, weighing in at 269 pounds, Devon Dudley.
IPW would certainly be a fighting zone if that were the case. 2 seconds.
Representing Gallus from Glasgow,
I need to do these intros.
weighing in at 230.
This match is never going to start. Whoops. Yeehaw. Well, from one big-time brawl, we round out our tag team division decider with another fatal four-way.
The following contest is a fatal four-way match. Making his way to the ring, representing the Usos from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, Jey Uso!
Last week on Breakdown, we saw a similar fatal four-way with Jimmy Uso versus Tama Tonga, Bubba Ray, and Joe Coffey. Gallus' Joe Coffey walked out victorious from that match, leaving a decider tonight. Jey Uso, Tonga Loa, as well as Devon Dudley will be battling for the final shot at Gallus' championship.
From Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 230 pounds, Tonga Loa.
Obviously, this is an interesting field to be in. If Mark Coffey wins, we're unsure of what will happen at Crush Crush Crush. Who will be fighting for the championships against Gallus? Well, if a team wins this match, whoever, I should say, wins this match, their team will get the shot if it's not Gallus. But we'll have to see as the field stacks up. Our second combatant, Tonga Loa, powerhouse in the ring. And now, why not add a table specialist, Devon Dudley, into the mix? Looking to become a two-time champ.
Representing the Dudley Boys from Dudleyville, weighing in at 269 pounds, Devon Dudley.
Here in IPW, the Dudley Boys, Team 3D, whatever name you give them, they have a Hall of Fame pedigree career. Here tonight, competing in this fatal four-way. Oh man, testify. Brother Devon is here to compete. But the field is not set. It is a hard road to go through, especially when your opponent, or one of your opponents in this match, is the champ. Mark Coffey bringing the Scottish energy with the belt around his waist.
And representing Gallus from Glasgow, Scotland, weighing in at 238 pounds, one half of the undisputed World Tag Team Champions, Mark Coffey.
Gallus have been the surprise storm here in IPW. A team people doubted, but they've stepped up every stage that they have competed at. And tonight, they're looking to shut down the division, take away any competition, and claim the crown as the best team IPW has ever seen. This fatal four-way is underway. Immediately, Coffey and Loa tangle. Jey and Devon, the other side of the things. And it is going to be a brutal war, it seems. All four men vying for one goal. The IPW Undisputed Tag Team Championships. Like it or not, this match holds so much in terms of the balance of this division. And right now, Tonga Loa dominating with that power slam. Going springboard. Not expecting that from the big man. Leg trap suplex as well. And the field has been cleared. It's just Mark Coffey and Tonga Loa in the ring. Devon and Jey on the outside. Headbutt from Devon connecting. And you have to feel the situation is an awkward one. The field realistically is a roll-up here. If you're Devon, knowing Bubba lost his Fatal 4-Way match, and you are the only team in this field as a super kick connects that had a title shot. You had the shot at Turmoil. Not at Turmoil, at Dual Dream. And now, vying for a third chance at Gallus. It is an interesting feel for the Dudleys. As Mark Coffey brings a sledgehammer into this match. He's caught, and the sledgehammer's caught on the side there. But realistically speaking, this match, there's a lot at stake. We've discussed how our previous match set up a championship shot where Chelsea Green will be facing Roxanne Perez at Crush, Crush, Crush. But this, it isn't really set in stone what will happen, because we know that essentially if Gallus win this match, nothing will happen. They might even get the night off. As Coffey hooks him up, chokeslam there. He's cooking up a second shot. Jey Uso in trouble. Hooked up. Snapmare into the forearm. He's knocked out Jey Uso. And he's looking for the win, but Tonga Loa's in quickly to break it up. Tonga Loa uncorking. Big right there as well. Devon bringing in a chair. Spinning European uppercut from Mark Coffey. And now a lariat. Close range shots coming out here from Coffey. As Jey Uso potentially was looking for a super kick. He's going to be able to land his move. Instead, a chop block to the knee. Looking for victory. It's in front of Devon, who breaks the pin attempt up. Saving last grace. Pinfall attempt. Devon. These two finishes down onto Jey. He could be in trouble here. Weakened by the maneuvers of Mark and Devon. That is certainly an interesting situation to be in. Leaving actually just them two men in this ring. Tonga Loa quickly getting back to his feet now. Slow to come back into the ring, realizing no real threat of a victory here for Devon, as he can realistically get in time and break up any pinfall attempt. He is, however, now back down on the mat, thanks to Jey Uso, who's caught. Potentially another saving glass grace there from Devon. The Uso uppercut connecting. There's a blue thunder bomb from Tonga Loa. Mark Coffey now kendo stick in hand. Shots onto the face of Devon on the outside. A Tongan headbutt to Jey Uso busts open. The Uso. It's a battle of the bloodline here. Old versus new. And, well, Mark Coffey, he doesn't care as he's knocking out Devon. That strike connects. Jey Uso breaks the pin attempt up. And he's looking now for victory. Electric chair. Drop! Mark's down. Is he out? Pinfall attempt one. An easy kick out for Coffey. Short arm clothesline from Devon. Now a clubbing blow to the back of Tongaloa. Has him where he wants him. And why not bring in another weapon? Baseball bat now in the hands of Devon. Inside the ring pinfall attempt here as Devon's busted open by Jey Uso. Back, drop suplex. Uso trying to take control, the younger brother of Jimmy. Trying to vie for success here. In his kind of position, Mark Coffey slips out the back. And he's teaming up with Jay. But the heads get collided together. And that maneuver falls short as chop blocker yet again. Takes the legs out from Tongaloa. There's that Uso combination. Putting Devon down on the mat for a 2 count. This match is starting to near its conclusion. Uso splash in the ring. Pinfall attempt. Could this be it? Oh, so nearly the climax. Mark Coffey breaks it up. He's looking to end it here. He has Devon in his sights. Devon, he's quicker to the punch. Eyeing up the target. Has him hooked up. Saving last grace. Planting Mark Coffey. And we could be getting the trilogy. If it weren't for a big time kick out by Mark Coffey. Tongaloa now back in. 3 out of the 4 men in this match seem to be busted open. Mark Coffey delivers a Shining Wizard, connecting, goes for the pin. Jey Uso quickly getting back to his feet and breaks the pin attempt up. Now eyes on Coffey. Devon's now in the match. The roll through into the forearm strike. Coffey looking for victory. Devon rolled out, but will be in time to break the pinfall attempt up. This match so close to a second Gallus victory. So close to what we want. Dominance in a division through a team no one expected to be there. Look at Tongaloa, V-trigger, falls into the pin. Unable to secure victory thanks to Mark Coffey's positioning. But Devon rolls out. That's never a good sign. Powered up and dropped. Everyone's out of the ring now. Backdrop suplex. Coffey delivering Jay onto the baseball bat, and all 4 men are down and out. Mark Coffey first to his feet, but the rest of the field slowly getting up alongside him. Super kick combination from Jey Uso, planting Gallus's Coffey. Devon turns his attention to Jey Uso as Tongaloa getting some breathing space here. Not getting involved in the brawl. And 2 weapon men now getting into the mix. Mark Coffey lost his, and he's taken away Tongaloa's. But it's coming with a price. Running power slam. All that remains is Tongaloa and Devon to battle it out right now. Chop block from Jay. Mark Coffey launched back in the ring. Devon gonna follow up. Eyeing up the champ. He was looking for a shiny wizard. Instead, I think he connected on Tongaloa. It did not look pretty, as Jey Uso heading up top. Uso splash, connecting. Will he go for the pin? Indeed he does. Devon quickly gets back in the ring, breaks the pinfall attempt up. The champion's down and out. Perfect opportunity for any one of these three men to pick up a victory, but Coffey clambers back to a vertical base and is looking to knock out Devon and now secure the victory. Jey Uso in his sights. Now Tonga Loa. Sledgehammer not gonna be a factor for Coffey's victory, it may seem. These four men, battered, bruised, taken the best shots from each other. The last time we saw the fatal four-way between the tag team competitors, Joe Coffey won, but it wasn't this brutal. The big shots keep rolling in, and Tonga Loa, he's got his eyes now on the champ. On the outside, Newplex connects. Bulldog from Coffey. Clearly he's found a chance to get some offense. Uso's in to break up the pin. Roll through. Super kick. Champ in trouble. Roman's carry. Samoan drop. Electric chair position. Dropped down. It's just Devon and Jey Uso left in the ring. Devon looking to save last grace. Planted. 1, 2. So nearly it. Jay's resiliency keeps him alive in this match. Mark Coffey watched on. He knew his competitor's strengths. He knew he did not need to get involved. As of right now, Devon on the verge of victory. Finally, Mark Coffey gets involved, and he's... Oh, I so very thought that was going to be a knockout shot for Gallus DDT. Dropping Devon, he's out the ring. Northern Light suplex. Pinfall attempt here. Jey Uso looking for victory. So close as well. These near falls. Another pinfall attempt. This one's not gonna work. We already know it. Devon and Mark Coffey delivering shot after shot to keep this match alive. Loa, we've not really been able to see too much from him in this match. He's kind of just been there. Mark's been looking for that finish neck breaker. Comes through. He's looking for that running forearm clobber. But he's not been given a chance to deliver it. Float over DDT. Jay connecting. Coffey caught. Chop block. The leg taken out from him. Pinfall attempt. Devon staggered on the outside. And it's it! It's gonna be the Usos versus Gallus at Crush, Crush, Crush. The Uso Penitentiary is gonna be opened up. And Gallus are looking to shut it down. What a fatal four-way as our second match of the evening. Brutal, every avenue of the match. And with these replays, you can just see the shots each man delivered. Jey Uso, them super kicks on point. Whenever he could deliver it. And that chop block yet again. Deadly in action. It was so close to a Team 3D victory. But Mark Coffey stopped it from happening. And with the champ, being pinned by his now #1 contender. We'll have to see how things turn out this Saturday. From that absolute banger, we head over to where Jacob Fatu is making his entrance. The television champion looking to make a statement. Oh my, he's in referee gear. He's a special guest referee for this matchup, it seems. He could be potentially eyeing up his challengers.
The following is a special guest referee match. Please welcome the special guest referee for this match, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Certainly an interesting feat. Who will be in this matchup? IPW management wanting Jacob to have a front row seat, it seems, to his potential challenger. Maybe he'll play dividends, picking a potential winner of his, well, challenge. 'Cause let's be honest, we're still unsure of any real title matches coming into tonight's show. And well, Jacob clearly wanting to settle his title match challenger here and now. Well, this is a man that's very, very bad. He's a bad man.
First, from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 425 pounds, Rikishi!
The bad man picked up a victory against Obafemi last week. So clearly, beating the ruler puts you in good stead for a championship shot. Tonight, Rikishi in this #1 contenders match, sledgehammer in tow, looking for a dominant victory with Jacob Fatu, bloodline relative, watching over how this goes. Now this man is a former champ and looking to get back to a championship title reign once more.
And his opponent from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds,
Shinsuke Nakamura also beat Obafemi just on Monday or Tuesday night on primetime, but he also beat Brooks Jensen. So IPW management settling the beaters of the ruler, putting them toe to toe in the ring. For the amusement, it seems, maybe, of Jacob Fatu. But we'll see how the Samoan Werewolf cools this matchup. Will it be down the middle or will it be bloodline rules? How this one shapes up will be down to the referee's discretion. But all we know is whoever wins has a difficult test at Crush, Crush, Crush. And we are underway, and Nakamura out of the gates early. Into the pin he goes. Jacob quite slow to the count. Calls the rope break. Rikishi gets his feet on the rope. And the issue is in this match, Nakamura, agile, quick, and very hard-hitting, strong style wrestler. But Rikishi, he's a big boy, powerful in his own right. Pinfall attempt yet again from Nakamura. Perfect kick out there by Rikishi. And yet again, we're seeing a lot of pinfall attempts here from Nakamura. Early goings, realistically speaking, have been very low action, but just a lot of pins trying to wear down the big man as these two lock up for the first time. Rikishi takes the back. Nakamura, snapmare, locks him up in this headlock. Cranking down on it. Rikishi still struggling. Actually looks to be tapping, but he's trying to relieve the pressure around his neck. Manages to break the grip, but gets caught. His arm trapped now by Nakamura, who's applying the pressure, pushing down on the shoulder ligaments, and trying to just keep Rikishi trapped. Wraps the leg round. Looked a bit funky, but does the damage needed here, and Nakamura can begin these Muay Thai effective maneuvers by driving the knee into the stomach. Heads up top, drops the elbow, goes for the pin. 2 count there for Nakamura. Jacob Fatu's kind of pulled this down the middle, which is surprising. But right now, we're seeing Rikishi starting to get into this matchup. Drags Nakamura out the corner, only to put him back in there. We're going to see these two trading once more. We saw the technical wrestling aspect of their games. Now we're seeing the pure striking skills both men possess. Neither backing down. Continuing to unload. Nakamura being beckoned on to shoot. And now they begin the ruthless battle of punches to the face that Nakamura comes out on top of. Tosses Rikishi into the corner, and I think I sent some rhythmic vibrations maybe. If I wasn't, well, I'm not correct, as Nakamura's heading to the second rope. Kinshasa maybe? The shot, the knee connecting. Rikishi's down, potentially knocked out. Close to the ropes, he could grab hold of him. Doesn't need to. Instead, kicking out of a fair count. Pinfall attempt here by Nakamura. This is cocky. Rikishi makes his kick out known. T-bone suplex. Nakamura, he is unrelenting with his striking. His offense, the technical prowess he possesses is solid. Rikishi may be looking to pounce Nakamura there, but gets caught. And I think we've seen this before. Nakamura back to the second rope, beckoning him up for the Kinshasa. The bad man's down, and the pin fall stopped. I said before, Rikishi was close to the ropes. This time, he grabs a hold of them to break the pin. And the rope break's called. Good eye by our official. But realistically, all that is done is bought some time for Nakamura to uncork some big shots. He's calling for the knee, it's itching. And now, yet again, these two go toe-to-toe in a striking battle. Last time, it was Nakamura coming out on top. This time, maybe it's Rikishi. Both missed shots, Rikishi catching another. Shinsuke trades one back with a caught plunge. And Rikishi uncorks that Samoan uppercut. Drops Nakamura. He might be unwisely rolling to the corner. Somehow evades the shot from Rikishi. Rolls him down to the mat. The bad man caught by Nakamura. Sweeps the legs. The STO. Pinfall attempt to. A kick out by the Samoan. Irish whip. Nakamura connecting. Busts open Rikishi with the Kinshasa again. To good night. The former champ. He wants his belt back. He put on a show, 3 Kinshasas and a T-bone. Enough to send Rikishi packing. Nakamura, he is making this his week yet again. A victory on Primetime, a victory on Breakdown. Can he do the trifecta at Crush, Crush, Crush and become a 2-time television champ? We'll have to see, as this Kinshasa that we'll eventually see connecting flush on the temple. A knockout shot and a half. Here's that T-bone yet again. Another Kinshasa. The tail end of this match was certainly all Nakamura. And it's fair to say Jacob reffed it fairly. Made it an even matchup. Even if it was Bloodline versus Nakamura. That was such a good Kinshasa that secured the victory.
Here is your winner, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Nakamura secures the dub here tonight as we move into our next bout of the evening. Well, it's time for a change of pace. From battles to decide. Crush, crush, crush. Matchups. Why not change up the tempo?
The following is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing Mana 4 from Atlanta, Georgia,
Now this is certainly surprising from my perspective. Lash Legend coming out alone. The change of tempo I thought that we were going to see is a 4-person entrance. And you can kind of tell what I mean if Lash Legend is one of the 4 people I was expecting in a 4-person entrance. But regardless of the fact, she's out here, ready to compete. The green light of the metaphor. Why do I get like the vibes of Power Rangers with the lighting for the metaphor? Anyway, the lights go out again, the same theme begins. Who's coming out now? It's the Pink Ranger. Made his debut on IPW Underground. Mensa.
And his partners, representing Meta-4 from Ghana, West Africa, weighing in at 198 pounds, Oro Mensah.
Losing in his debut, looking for some bounce back here tonight on Breakdown. Meta-4, a unit that's, well, may not be on the same page to make the same entrance together. Tonight, they're looking for action. It's a vibe, it's a party atmosphere. As the M's are thrown down, you can kind of see who's going to be next and who's going to be next after that for this 8-person tag match. The lights don't go out. Okay, that's a change. Noam Dar just comes out. Pinky no party. Dar. He's not a Power Ranger, it seems. He's Tranquilo.
Representing Meta-4 from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 178 pounds, Supernova 11, Noam Dar.
Scottish Supernova. Noam Dar, as he used to be known, now the Supernova 11. A weird-ass nickname, it seems. Regardless of that fact, Dar here to compete, continuing the contingency of Scottish wrestlers in our show tonight. Alba Fire, obviously now Dar, Mark Coffey, all competing in matches tonight. Tranquilo, keep it low. Dar, he doesn't want me to keep talking about the Scots. It seems he's happy with how this one is shaping up. But let's see who that partner is as the lights go out. I mean, it's fairly obvious. It's the Yellow Ranger.
And representing Meta-4 from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Jakara Jackson.
Lollipop in hand, Jakara Jackson rounds out this quad-fecta of stars. Meta-4, this is the first time they're going to be competing as a unit together here in IPW, but we've seen inklings of this team working together. Tonight, well, they're all at it in this one matchup. Their opponents, will they be on the same united front? We'll have to see. Because this field, it's stacked with talent, let's be honest. Few of the prodigies, prospects in IPW on one side of things versus a team that's been due a title shot for a while. It's time for war. And yes, I'm pleased that they're entering together. Ivar,
Eric, and Valhalla, the War Raiders.
the War Raiders, coming down the aisle, ready for battle. A team that's found success, dominance in their career, and tonight, Valhalla may be beckoning their partner. This is only 3 of the 4 people in this match for this team. They're looking for a 4th. How do you round out this field? Well, it's simple, really. Simple logic, simple physics. Simple chemistry. Valhalla, meet your Valkyria. Woo! 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 I am such a bad influence on this, but let's be honest. This is a tandem fit for purpose.
And from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria!
Valkyria hasn't found much success here in IPW, but maybe she needed the influence of the Vikings to continual improvement she could see with them. Her counterpart Chelsea Green won the opener in tonight's show in terms of inaugural mid-card women's champions. And now Lyra looking to make it a double in that field of play alongside the War Raiders. This is certainly not an even start, but who cares? Ivar versus Lash Legend in to kick off this fatal, well, 4-person tag. Eric now legal. Irish whip from Ivar. Into the knees from Eric. And now the Bronco Buster from Ivar. Lash Legend quickly back to her feet though. Now runs the ropes into her own little splash. In this match, compared to the Dual Dream rules where it was women versus women, men versus men, it's everyone and anyone versus everyone and anyone. This intergender tag match is certainly set to have unprecedented actions here in IPW. Obviously, our title divisions, bar our new one that's coming at Crush Crush Crush, are all men versus men, women versus women. The mixed tag belt will bring a new taste of competition where everyone just can be brutalized by anyone. Now we actually get some normal tag match rules as Lash tags in Noam Dar to face off against Eric. Double axe handle to the back of the Viking Raider. Dar runs the ropes. Misses with the drop kick. Eric catches him. Punch to the gut. Now some chops. And a punch as well. Double underhook suplex. Dar connected with that Superman punch. Now you're trying to sneak a victory utilizing the ropes. Gets a 2 count. Obviously we've seen tonight some already impactful matches. But this is fairly odd to see a fatal a 4-person tag match. It's an 8-man tag match. That's the name of the match. But 4 people versus 4 people isn't really something we see too much as a flatliner there from No Dark Connect. IPW management certainly trying to shake up the flow of things here. Trying to make things happen. Sell the new tag division. And right now, I'm looking at this matchup and I'm seeing, well, a potential count-out victory here for neither team. So referee's up to a 6 count. 7. Ivar's gonna walk his big ass into the ring. Dar not even gonna get up until now. And there's a 10 count. We went to war for only a short period of time. The result is still synonymous. A War Raiders plus Lyra Valkyria victory via countout. Anyway, with that breather of a mid-card match out the way, I think we're ready to move over to our penultimate match of the show.
Here are your winners, the team of Ivar, Eric, Valhalla, and Lyra Valkyria.
Well, it's time for our co-main event, and this music beckons the sound of the champion coming out.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from England, weighing in at 220 pounds, the undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, Will Oxley.
Now, if the rumors are true, the champ's out here tonight issuing an open challenge in readiness for his potential pay-per-view match. Obviously, we are unaware of who will be getting a title shot at Crush, or if there will be a title shot against Will Ospreay. But what we do know is for sure tonight, Ospreay has opened the door for potentially someone to get a shot at Crush if they're able to beat him here tonight. So we'll have to see how things go here. Yes, it's true. Ospreay is issuing the open challenge. But who will be accepting it? I'm hopeful that the challenger is a big star. Someone on the level of an Ospreay. And that is someone who's a whole effing show. RVD.
Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing in at 235 pounds, Rob Van Dam.
Mr. Monday Night is here to compete against Ospreay. This open challenge being taken by certainly a top caliber star. And this is going to be explosive, because this guy is one of a kind, as the song says. He's a whole effing show. Can Ospreay hang with this ECW legend? We'll have to see, as he's got the whole crowd behind him. Excitement is in the air for this, our co-main event. Ospreay versus RVD, and Ospreay's out the gates quickly. Stun Dog Millionaire lets RVD get back to his feet, and they tie up here. Collar and elbow. Ospreay overpowering RVD into the corner. Referee gets the clean break. Goes for a slap, full short, and now RVD can unload. German suplex. Springboard moonsault out the corner, full short. And this is an interesting match. The champ, obviously, he expected someone difficult to accept the call. Someone who wants a shot. RVD may have been potentially one of the last people to expect, considering the last time we probably saw RVD in IPW would have been maybe at turmoil. But Van Dam, still main event caliber wrestler, bringing it to Will Ospreay in the early goings. Ospreay, capable of unloading his own offense, is now in control of this match. RVD kicks ahead of Ospreay, stunning the champ, and now taking his own form of control. If it weren't for the fact that Ospreay is quicker to the knee to the face. Springboard dropkick falls short. Neither man can really land a springboard maneuver in the early goings, but they are good at tying up. Ospreay takes the back. Got wrench German position here for Ospreay. Rob now reverses the hold, takes the back of Ospreay. Trying to just choke away, drain the energy out of Ospreay with this grasp. Ospreay, arm drag, takes down RVD into the side headlock. Just applying pressure to neck. Here is Ospreay. Trying to also maybe get a pin here. RVD's shoulders close to being pressed on the mat. Manages to roll through, take Ospreay off that hold, and here we go. From a technical prowess to now a striking game. Yet again, similar to Rikishi versus Shinsuke, where they go for a trading brawl and RVD comes out on top. With that drop kick. High set on Ospreay, taking him down to the mat. Ospreay quickly nips up. RVD tries to go for a rolling senton, falls short. It's both men nipping up on the outside. This is certainly turning into a high spot affair. See men known for the aerial game. Overall, just general unique offense. Ospreay, ripcord, potentially looking for a rainmaker there. Referee up to a 6. Flatliner from Ospreay. Nip up from Van Dam. We're up to a 7 count. Make it an 8. Both men trying to get in the ring, simultaneously just sliding in. Ospreay quick as a punch, the Irish whip. Leapfrog into the backdrop. The champ, we've obviously seen, has some solid offense. High kick into the Spanish fly. Just spinning corkscrew offense from a standing position. And Ospreay, he's calling his shot. Nice set on Van Dam. Springboard. Forearm connects. Cleave. And now to the top rope goes the champ. Shooting star press falls short as Van Dam catches him, rolls him up in the ropes potentially, but it doesn't really matter. A 1 count. Gonna be ascertained. Champ kicking out with ease. Van Dam's not really gone too much big offense onto Ospreay. Certainly worn him down a little. Backdrop suplex. Heads up top. Champ in the drop zone from a 5-star frog splash. RVD went a bit froggy with it. 1, 2. I almost thought it was it. The champ, though, in danger for a bit of rolling thunder. Down, under, and RVD heads back up top. He's going to get a bit more froggy, but falls short. Ospreay evades the offense and is looking to maybe knock the lights out of RVD. Van Dam beckons Ospreay to his feet. Springboard crossbody falls short. Ospreay catches Van Dam. Van Dam gets a hold of Ospreay, rolling senton on the mat. Ospreay trying to buy a bit of reprieve. Rolls to the outside. And this is, don't forget, our co-main event. The main match of the evening as Ospreay has a Styles clash on the outside. The main event is the #1 contenders match for the Women's Championship. Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair. Ospreay, flashy offense once more. The champ, realistically speaking, bar one slip up, has been in full control of this one. Potential count out here for Ospreay as our referee's up to 7. He's probably going to make it to 8 before RVD makes it in the ring, but RVD does escape the count out. Now looking to catch Ospreay. Ospreay catches RVD with a right hand. Running crossbody, full short. Now RVD looking to unload. What's RVD looking for here? He just drops Ospreay. Split-legged moonsault into the pin. The champ in trouble. 2. Near fall. And RVD, he smells blood in that water. Moonsault. He connected with the legs on the back of the head of Ospreay, but Ospreay unfazed and now potentially caught with a pile driver. 1, 2. How is Ospreay still in this? The champion showing such resilience. A 3rd frog splash. This has to be it. 1, 2, 3. I think we now know who Ospreay will be facing at Crush. RVD beats the champ in dominant fashion. Ospreay has to rethink his approach to Mr. Monday Night, as he will be facing him in our main event at Crush. It is time for our main event of the evening, and a storm is brewing for it. It's for the #1 contendership in the undisputed IPW Women's Division. Jade Cargill, winner of our first Battle Royale on Primetime.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Orlando, Florida, Jade Cargill
gets the shot here tonight. You have to feel Fallon Henley will be keeping eyes on this match like a hawk. 2 opponents, similar MOs in terms of style. Powerhouses, tall, strong, confident women. And Fallon, realistically speaking, not on the same stature. Certainly not had the same experiences the 2 women in front of her have. Tonight, we're looking to settle which one of Jade Cargill and the other challenger, Charlotte Flair, will get the shot at Crush. As we all hail the Queen.
and her opponent from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Flair, dominant, in the women's division. There's no ifs, no buts about it. She has been atop of her game wherever she is. And let's be honest, deserving of the pyro, deserving of everything she has gotten. But tonight, she's kind of reigniting a rivalry that we saw to begin Jade's WWE career. Tonight, Flair has to go over a readied Cargill, a battle-tested opponent. But you have to feel neither one of these women want to be competing. The show before, you're only 2 days away from the pay-per-view. And you will be sore from this match if it is an all-out battle. Neither woman wants to overexert, cost themselves a shot. As we get ourselves underway. Cargill, shoulder tackle to get us going. As these two tie up inside the ring. Jade overpowering. Headlock applied to Charlotte Flair, who whips her off. Tries to go for the back elbow, misses. Instead, backbreaker. Put down Cargill. Submission applied. And that is certainly the MO of the Queen. Submission offense, natural selection also. Hey, her top moves. Flair inevitably just wants to tap you out. She will wear you down systematically. And then just lock your legs in a difficult position. Right now, though, Jade looking to showcase her athleticism, showcase her raw power as she grabs hold of Flair and just boots to face, just not showing the Queen any respect. This wheelbarrow facebuster planting the Queen. You have to feel both these women aware of each other's game, aware of what they'll probably need to do as our referee gets caught there. Slow to the pinfall count. IPW officials certainly have stepped back in time in terms of how good they are. There's Cargill now battling with Flair on the floor. Now, realistically speaking, you look at this match and you think about what will come out of this. A shot at Fallon at the pay-per-view. Now, you look at the men's division as a whole. That field atop of it is very murky. We don't know who is number one contender up until, well, RVD beat the champ. And it's the thing about that, though, is that was Ospreay's first match in a long time. You look at Fallon, as a champion, she has had considerably high amount of matches and has, as a whole, been on the precipice of the top of the division for ages. These two women, they've faced off, don't get me wrong, on prime time. And Hadders, that was such a nice deadlift powerbomb from Flair. But their amount of matches in comparison to the champ is very few. And Henley, she's battle tested. Originally, people would have said she did not deserve to be champ. But you list the names of the people she has beaten. It is a stacked field. Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, to name a couple. She's also beaten the likes of Roxanne Perez, Tiffany Stratton on the road up to championship. Rhea Ripley, another big name. All of which suffered a similar fate. A hoedown and then a pin. And Henley has been effective in her offense at top of the division. These two, this is their shot to prove their worth. As Flair has Cargill on the ropes, pushing the back, utilizing that top rope to kind of pull the arms out the socket. Flair, chop, setting Cargill up. Natural selection. Planting her opponent, 2 count. Can be ascertained. You need a little bit more to keep down Cargill. And I think Flair has it in the tank. Calls her up to her feet. And delivers a forearm shot. It was more like a Superman punch, but the forearm was the bit that connected to the temple. And now, this is the game that Flair wants to play. Wear down the legs of the opponent. Allow for a figure of 8 to connect. Actually, instead, opting for a head triangle. Legs wrapped around. Cargill fighting out of the hold. Goes for a roll-up. Rope break called by our referee. But it has given Cargill an avenue into this match. Leg taken out by Flair. She is just, whenever she can, just getting Cargill off of her vertical base and facing up to the ceiling. May have been there, a figure of 8 locked in for Flair, but Cargill fighting off of it, heads up top. The fight outside the ring has certainly been a talking point of this match. Both women wanting to battle out here. Cargill gets tossed back into the ring this time though. Flair trying to find an avenue in, busts open Cargill. Might be what's needed for a Flair victory. She waits for Cargill to get up. Kick to the stomach. Dragon Sleeper applied. Will Cargill tap? She does not. Instead, Flair setting her up. This could be natural selection. Chop connects. Cargill planted. Natural selection. 1, 2, 3. Vying for another World Championship is Charlotte Flair. And this match certainly saw a lot of action. Back and forth in terms of the power game, but Flair more or less dominant in this performance. Tearing apart Cargill limb by limb. This initial natural selection did the dirty work. It weakened Cargill. It disorientated her. Took her from her game, and Flair then utilized her more flashy offense to make a statement. She has what it takes to win the championship. Systematic dissection of Cargill results in a Flair victory.
Here is your winner, Charlotte Flair!
And a shot against Henley at Crush 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 this Saturday. And with that, this episode of Breakdown's done. Why don't we run down the card of Crush Crush Crush? So let us run down our Crush 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 card. We kick off the show with a tag match. Authors of Pain will be taking on the team of Javon Evans and Trick Williams. Can those two elements combine together to pick up another victory, or will Authors of Pain steamroll through them? We then move into the Undisputed Women's World Championship match. Charlotte Flair gets a shot at the prodigy. Mommy Fallon Henley will be in battle. After that instant classic, we stay with the women's division. This time, the television championship is on the line. Roxanne Perez will be defending a belt against Chelsea Green in a TLC match. After that one, we see the Usos entering the Uso Penitentiary to face Gallus for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. And from there, the Mixed Tag Championship will be debuted. We will see an inaugural champion crowned in a mixed tag warfare. Who knows how that will shape up, but it is a stacked field of competition for that belt. And lastly, we head to our main event, I should say. Rob Van Dam, Will Ospreay, TLC rules. RVD did the unthinkable here tonight. Can he do it again this Sunday night? Hopefully we have a banger show. Thank you for joining me tonight as we end out the breakdown for good. See you then. Peace out.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big